Like the world's most expensive cars, the world's most expensive watches are something 99.9% of us can certainly appreciate, but definitely never afford. Indeed, these outrageously valuable watches make some of Patek Philippe's priciest new releases look downright affordable by comparison. Meanwhile, a handful of the world's most expensive watches such as the Paul Newman Rolex Daytona are as desirable for their legacies as they are for their features or aesthetics. At the other end of the spectrum is a piece like the Graf Diamonds Hallucination, which touts so much built-in value and aesthetic prestige that its ability to tell time is practically negligible. Put all these stunners in one place, and the words haute horlogerie suddenly seem resoundingly inadequate. From expensive gold watches to timepieces that are costly in other ways, we've scoured the planet for wrist accessories that alter our perception of what's considered reasonable. To show you what luxury and exclusivity really looks like, in wristwatch form, we present the 20 most expensive watches in the world. 10. Patek Philippe RF 1527. Price? $5.7 million. Crafted in 1943, the Patek Philippe RF 1527 can appear to be rather ordinary on the outside. However, the watch contains more than 20 different precious stones and is made from 20-carat rose gold. The watch's price tag comes from two things. The first, it is incredibly rare and was the only one of its kind. The second, Patek went on to use this model as inspiration for several other models. 9. Patek Philippe RF 1518 in stainless steel. Price? $11 million. The first in a limited edition series, and by limited edition we mean 4 pieces total, the Patek Philippe 1518 hosts a case of high-grade stainless steel, making it unique when compared to most offerings from the luxury brand. Between that and the watch's bevy of brilliant features including a lovely moonface aperture on the dial, the 1518 simply oozes with majesty and precision. Just how much majesty and precision, you might ask? Oh, about $11 million worth, according to highest bidder at a recent auction. One of our most expensive mechanical watches on the list. 8. Paul Newman Rolex Daytona. Price? $17.6 million. As some of the entries above might demonstrate, just because a watch is valuable or expensive, that doesn't mean it's necessarily desired by collectors. By contrast, the Paul Newman Rolex Daytona is a genuine watch lover's dream come true. Given to the famous actor by his wife, the piece pays tribute to Newman's love of horology and motorsport alike. Aside from its built-in legacy, the expensive hand watch is distinguished by its steadfast movement and unique black and creme dial. Yet even with all that going for it, the industry was still stunned after the piece fetched $15.5 million at auction, which came out to over $17.7 million after the buyer's premium was thrown in. Arguably the best-looking Rolex watch around, and naturally one of the priciest. 7. Jacob & Company. Billionaire watch. Price? $18 million. Emanating with luxury is the Jacob & Company Billionaire watch, which like so many others on the list, definitely takes its name to heart. Flaunting 260 carats of emerald-cut diamonds, the timepiece will draw eyeballs from across the ballroom, country club, or wherever else a bunch of billionaires happen to be gathered. There to remind you that this is indeed a watch and one of the world's most expensive watches, that is, a beautifully succinct, skeletonized dial. A costly watch, but not if you've got a private jet and similar high-end things. 6. Patek Philippe Henry Graves Super Complication. Price? $24 million. No roundup of the world's most expensive watches is complete without the name Patek Philippe on it. The iconic luxury brand enters the list with the Henry Graves Super Complication, which was created for a wealthy American banker of the very same name, well, Henry Graves Jr. to be precise. As sophisticated as it is luxurious, the stunning piece features no less than 24 complications. Included among them is a perpetual calendar, a minute repeater with Westminster chimes, and a celestial chart based on the night sky above the owner's New York estate. Clearly among the most luxurious watches in the world, and possibly the universe. 5. Chopard 201-carat watch. Price? $25 million. To figure out why the Chopard 201-carat watch is one of the most expensive watches in the world, look no further than the name. Making good on that classic name is a substantial cluster of colored diamonds, including a 15-carat pink diamond, a 12-carat blue diamond and an 11-carat white diamond. That's joined by 163 carats of white and yellow diamonds, adding up to 201 carats total. Naturally, it all makes for one heck of a valuable timepiece, even if timekeeping seems almost beside the point. 4. Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette. Price? $26 million. Customizable to feature up to 576 diamonds and a sapphire dial, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Joaillerie 101 Manchette was gifted to Queen Elizabeth II to celebrate her 60th year in power. It uses the mechanics of the manually wound Jaeger-LeCoultre caliber 101, and the watch face has a silver-colored dial and a winding crown. $26 million and it's yours. 3. Breguet Grand Complication Marie Antoinette. Price? $30 million. Brimming with distinction in every sense of the word, the Breguet Marie Antoinette Grand Complication pocket watch was commissioned by one of the infamous 18th-century French queen's lovers. According to legend, the pocket watch took a whopping 40 years to construct. As a result, both the queen and her lover were long dead by the time the extraordinary timepiece was ready. Nevertheless, we say it was worth the wait. Featuring a gold case and skeletonized dial which exhibits a simply marvelous myriad of mechanisms, this valuable, dear watch is a true sight to behold. Meanwhile, the piece's remarkable story extends well beyond its royal origins. Specifically, the unique and culturally significant watch was stolen from a Jerusalem museum in the late 1900s, only to miraculously reappear in 2007. Nowadays, it's in the possession of the Mayer Museum in Los Angeles, unless of course you want to take it off their hands for a cool $30 mil. Easily one of the top 20 watches in the world, especially given its historical significance. 2. Graf Diamonds The Fascination. Price? $40 million. If traditional-looking diamonds are more your thing and you happen to have $40 million to spare, by all means consider the Fascination from Graf Diamonds. It comes in as the world's second most expensive watch, with 152.96 carats of white diamonds to show for it. As if that wasn't enough, the piece also features a detachable 38.13 carat pear-shaped diamond in the center, which doubles as a ring. Fascinating, indeed. Expensive, too. Very, very expensive. If you're into luxury to the nth extreme, the Fascination should be your number one choice for a diamond wrist piece. 1. Graf Diamonds Hallucination. Price? $55 million. True to its name, the Graf Diamonds Hallucination looks like something out of a high-end collector's wildest fever dream. More than the most expensive watch ever made, this glimmering amalgamation of colored diamonds, over 110 carats worth, is pure opulence, so much so that you get intimidated just by looking at pictures of it. Also included is a platinum bracelet, just in case the owner feels bold enough to try it on. Whether strapped to a wrist or displayed behind glass, the Hallucination takes haute horlogerie to its most luxurious extreme, and is thereby the number one world's most expensive watch.